So hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is David and I will be your host for the channel. So yeah, um I've been uploading videos based on my insights on the markets on weekly basis. So yeah, as the last week I uploaded a video and I realized it was kind of too long, but I actually shortened it this time. I did all the major pairs on the different video, and the other pairs right now is what I want to deal with, as you can see by the right side of the screen. So I'm just going to be showing you what I expect from the market, briefly on all these pairs, so you can as well put them within your strategies and see how you can take full advantage of the opportunities in the market for the week. So welcome back to the channel. Let's get into it. So now this is GBP/USD. Now for GBP/USD, the market has been moving really well a little for a while now. So kind of collectively, we had this ups and downs and the likes. This break to structure retest, but at the moment now we are at this top now and we haven't gotten towards this point. And let's just confirm from lower time frame if this is actually a zone we are actually looking forward to respect and move more to the upside. But I don't see that as the likely scenario right now, but let's just see from the lower time frames. Now this is another block I marked that was respected here, so this is the next one here, but it hasn't gotten there. It has a little bit of a high fair value gap that could actually be respected. So let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Let's see what's happening around there. So for the 1 hour time frame, let's say peradventure we're expecting this to be the zone that we actually look forward to see some opportunities. The market hasn't actually really touched it, and there's been a break of structure here. Break of structure is on break of structure, but we haven't. But this was the first time we're actually having a break to the upside, and we also had a slight break here before the market closed on Friday. So yeah, it looks like the market is about to change direction even without even getting to the zone yet. And if this is actually the break of structure, we can actually consider this to be our sweep of liquidity. This could actually be our sweep of liquidity. This would be our change of character, more like we are looking forward to have some move to the upside. This would be removed. And if we go down to the 15 minutes time frame, that's where we can actually see the other block, the zone we are actually looking forward to respect anytime soon. So this will be the zone that we'll be looking forward to be respected anytime soon, but that doesn't mean it cannot still break it. It's the market to do whatever it wants to do. So we can actually have this here and a push to the upside, or probably we actually break through this low, come back here before having that major move to the upside. So by either ways, these are the two scenarios I'm expecting when it comes to this pair. So before we waste too much time, let's go to the next pair. Let's mark this out. NZD card. Now for NZD card, let's see the 4 hour time frame. Okay, yeah, for the 4 hour time frame, this is actually the zone I drew. This is the other block, and there's another zone down here that hasn't been respected too. So yes, so I'm still expecting more move to the downside. But apart from that, we had this move initially. This came here to test this other block. It broke through the structure. Why did I use a change of character here? This is also a break of structure. So this is a break of structure. So we had a break here. Now we came back here to retest this zone here. Now the reason why the other block is here is because of the refinement around here. Now let's go to the lower time frame. Let's see what I mean by the refinement. Let me use this opportunity to just give a little explanation to you guys. So we had this push to the upside. It came here to retest this zone here, and after then we broke to the structure. So the reason why I made use of this, so we had this shaky movement around there. We had this major push to the downside, some major push. Let's see the 15 minutes time frame. So this is a candle that was actually respected. Now we have a major move. We could have actually said the market would respect this. The market should respect this. But definitely we need to actually wait for what the market is ready to do most times. So the moment it got here, it's the moment it got here, it gave this thing of engulfing candle and a retest here. So it shows that there's probably a change in direction, even if it's just for a little while, but definitely there's going to be a change in the market movement. So we move down again, we retest again, we move to break the structure again. This was actually very sloping and long, but we came to retest and we broke again. So ever since then, we've been going down since then. That's why that place actually been a major zone that actually marked out. So it wasn't like I actually marked it before the trade. I think it was after the trade that I actually marked it, just to be able to know where the market is at the moment. So for this right now, let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Now this is where I'm expecting the market to react initially, and it actually reacted there, but that was on Friday, so I wouldn't want to take any trade from there. So right now there are a lot of possibilities around there. Now it's possible we actually have let's draw this. Now I'm expecting markets to react to this zone anytime soon, probably later, but this is looking like it could actually reject here and push the upside before coming down here, and it could actually break through this low, come to this zone and react. But the major thing about all these things is just, it's not really about not in the zone, it's about seeing how the market reacts when it gets to those zones. And that's the only way we can actually find a way to take good advantage of those moves in the market. So let's just wait. Let's see which zones it's going to react to first, and how it reacts to those zones will tell us how we can actually take full advantage of the markets there. So I will not really mark it as my zone for as my pair for now. AUD and ZD. Now for AUD and ZD, let's go to the 4 hour time frame. Now this is the zone at the top here. Now the fair value gap below it. These prices are very efficient, so I don't really think there's zones around there. Now the market came here to retest this zone. Is also part of the refinement. You can go down to the lower time frame and see how the refinement came about, but let's focus on the present right now. Let's see what the market is doing at the moment. So it came here to test this zone. It's pushed back up impulsively, left a long wick at the bottom, had a very big body engulfing the initial candle. Now we came back here to retest this zone. Now at the moment, this is where we are at the moment right now. So this should have been an order block, but let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Let's refine our entry a little bit. Now for this right now, this is the top of the candle, this is the top of the order block that we had there, this is the top of the order block that we had there. But let's go to the 15 minutes time frame. Let's see what we have. Actually refine this a little bit more, just to try to get a precise entry and a place where we can actually take cognizance of the market. So let's see. So let's see. Yeah, so this point here is where I'm looking forward for price to react. So I'll just wait for price to get here. Whatever it does around there will then let me know if we can actually take advantage of the market. So look at this trade now. Immediately we broke through this low, even if just by the week, I was like, okay, probably it's time for us to retest this zone. I actually placed a sell here, a 1 to 4 risk to reward ratio, and yeah, it is my stop loss. Playfully even before even continuing in the direction. So yeah, that's what it does when it gets here, and you can see how to properly take advantage of the move. Now this is real JPY. Now for Euro JPY, this is a 4 hour time frame. Okay, these zones were marked on higher time frame. Let's go to the daily time frame to see that. So this is where I marked my order block from. I actually started from the weekly on the euro. Okay, yeah, it's the daily. So this zone was where I marked my order block from. We had the fair value gap around there. So this is also something, because the market rejected here, I decided to look closely on the lower time frame. I think the 4 hour time frame. So I found the zone here that it rejected from. So we came back here, but let's look closely again. Let's see. Now the market came here to touch our zone. This is most likely going to be on the 1 hour time frame. The market came is on the 4 hour, the week on the 4 hour time frame. It came here to touch the zone, draw down, break of structure. It came back here, so we took a sell entry from here. Then after that, the market has broken through this low again, and it's also broken impulsively. It came here to test the zone, and we've been moving correctively. So there's very high chance that the market gets here, that the market comes back up here to test the zone and break this low again, and probably move to the next zone that can be expected by it. So that's it for Euro JPY. Let's go to AUD card. Now for AUD card, now this is my zone when it comes to the daily time frame. Now initially, after the meets here, I already thought that the zone has been reached and we're probably going to break through this high. But the moment we didn't break through this high, then there's very high chance that we're going to break the low. So we broke through the low, and now we are currently moving to the upside. As at Friday closed at this point. So immediately we haven't really had any entry to the upside. So I'll be waiting for this break here. This will be my break of structure if the market can actually break through this point. If it breaks through this point, I'm expecting a retest from another block around there and push more to the upside. So that's for UD card. Let's go to GBP JPY. Now for GBP JPY, now this is a zone that was respected here. We pushed impulsively, we retested here. Now we have pushed impulsively again. So I was expecting the market to come back here to react, but it looks like this impulsive move is probably going to break through this low. By that way, if it breaks through this low impulsively, we can then look for a zone around here and expect the market to react later on. But yeah, it's all about possibilities. Market could actually come back here and retest this zone before pushing more to the downside, and it might actually come back here to retest a zone around here and push to the downside. By that ways, you just need to mark out the zone, wait for the market to play out itself, and you will see the best way. So right here, I wouldn't really mark a zone around here now because I'm waiting for the market to break. Once it breaks, that's when we can actually look for a valid zone around there, because however it breaks will determine where our order block or where our zone is going to be. So let's go to AUD-JPY. So for AUD-JPY, let's go to the 4 hour time frame. We had this zone rejected here. So initially I was looking forward for the market to reject here. Now after the market came here, that I saw this change of character, I was expecting the market to come here initially, but instead it just came up here and it's rejected. It didn't get to this space. So at the moment it broke through this low again, I marked out this zone thinking the market was going to be respected, but instead it went back to the initial high. So when it got back to the initial high, I stood at the lower time frame and got another entry from there. So that was where I actually then entered into the trade. Now if you look at this point here, we had an impulsive move to the downside, and I've had the same move also, but there was no retest. So this was the next possible zone. So the next possible zone now, the market came back here correctively and it's pushed. Right now we can see this engulfing candle that even end the Friday trading day. So I'll be expecting a break below this. If there was a break below this, there may be a retest around this zone. There will continue more to the downside. There will probably be a re-entry around here. But depending on how it break, we will mark the the other block that actually broke the structure, maybe on the 1 hour or the 15 minutes time frame. So let's just watch out. Let's see how it goes from there. So CHF-JPY. Now CHF-JPY is also something similar. So we had this break of structure. Now later came back here to retest this zone around here. Now this is a refined entry order block on the lower time frame. We broke down also. After we broke down below this, we also came back here to retest. Now that we're coming back here, let me see on the lower button. There's also something there you're probably not seeing. So immediately after this break of structure, we had this push down, and this came into to retest the the other block here, this other block that actually pushed the market downside here. So immediately this one also pushed down. There's also another block here on the lower time frame on the 15 minutes or the 5 minutes time frame, and actually pushed this. So we created this equal low. I actually drew another block also here, another POI. So right now, I'll be expecting the market to break through this low, create a new significant low. Then that way I can mark another order block or POI on like my point of interest, maybe around here, somewhere around here. But we need to see how it breaks first, so we can then know what time frame would be more ideal to actually pick out the order block from, so we can actually be able to refine those entry to get a very tighter stop loss. Now I post short videos during the week from time to time, just to share what I'm looking at, what I end up the trades I end up taking and the likes. So yeah, you can as well follow, subscribe, so you can get notified for the next video I'm going to upload, most likely the short videos. So the CAD CHF. So for the CAD CHF, now this is a zone and that was respected here. We broke through, we came back here to retest. Now we broke through this eye, also. So now I'm expecting this zone to be respected. So this is actually a trade I will actually encourage not to miss, but nevertheless that doesn't mean you should just take it blindly. Please just try to make sure you go down to the lower time frame, refine your entries, look for a valid break of structure that you can actually trust. Then on the retest you can then take your trade. Just like things like this, you had this break of structure, but the market didn't get to my zone, so you just have to leave it out. So it came down here, it came back up here again, it does the same thing over and over again. But the major thing is to watch out for the major zones that that will actually be respected. So let's go to GBP and ZD. Now for GBP and ZD, GBP and ZD has been working wavy kind of for a while now, so I wouldn't really look into it for very long term stuff right now. So for the higher time frame, this is another block that was respected here by this week. Let me draw this out. So you see there is a week here that was respected. So this other block came back from here again. It came back here to retest it. But let's go to the 15 minutes time frame, because there are a lot of choppiness around there that I might not see on the higher time frame. So immediately we had this break here, of this triple top here, and after that break, let's see, let me mark it out here. So after that break, we came back here, we retested this zone. Now this might be the final retest, or probably still come up, probably still come down, but I think this is probably the final retest, because we have actually broken a structure here. Now since we've broken a structure here, I wouldn't say that the market is probably still going to come all the way down again. So I'm expecting the market to come back here. Now this is actually the best possible scenario I can see right now, but yeah, when the market opens, we're going to see a little bit more about it and know how we can actually trade that. Let's go look at JPY. I think I will mark that too. So for CAD JPY, let's take the 4-hour time frame. So this is a zone that hasn't been respected yet. I think this is a weekly time frame. This zone. So this zone was breached through a little, and before going to the other side, we actually broke a structure here. So I'm expecting the market to come back here to retest on a zone around here. But let's go to the 1-hour time frame to see. Yeah, there's a lot of choppiness around this, so I expect the market to actually come here. There's a fair value gap here, so hopefully it's going to feel it before moving to the upside. So yeah, this is another trade that I'm looking forward to. Let's see, this is another trade I'm looking forward to. So now the stop loss is not ideal actually, but the take profits, yeah, might be well as well ideal. But this will be most likely the best possibility that we know the market will definitely get to if it actually rejects here. So yeah, but the zone, yeah, is the next possible zone for some reactions. So yeah, I'll be watching out for this to see how it plays out. So let's go to GBP card. So now for GBP card, now I don't have a very clear certainty about GBP card right now, but one thing I can say for sure is it respected this zone, it broke through the structure, came back here to retest. Fortunately, along the way it also came back here to retest the other block around here also. Now it has broken this, it has broken this. Now there are a lot more scenarios here. We can actually come back here to test this other block before pushing to the upside and probably pushing down or further more to the upside. But either ways, I think I'll be expecting more of this. But we can actually, break to the upside, and after breaking to the upside, retest another block around here, and the next target is going to be at this zone here. By that ways, I think I'm expecting some move to the upside, but I wouldn't just take it blindly also, please. Just be watchful about that. So for Euro NZD, let's look at the daily time frame. Okay, my zones are from the 4-hour time frame. Let's see. So for the 4-hour time frame, I marked my zone here. Now if you look at this, now we respected this once, respected this twice, we almost hit it here. Now this is actually saying a lot of things, because the market has been trendy for a while now, looking like it's going up, but this was a move that is currently having a pullback. Now there's possibility of this pullback actually breaking to the top side. We might have this break up here, a retest here, and a continuation, or you might even have a push to the upside and a continuation to the downside. So now that's just it. The market varies a lot, but right now there is no entry telling me to come to the downside, because this is just a very long candle here. If we come down to the 1-hour time frame, let's see, come down to the 1-hour time frame, if I'm to actually take a sell here at all, I'll be expecting the market to come here to retest here, then before going down. But if I don't see that, then for now I'm not taking any trade on this pair. For now, I'm just waiting for my clear zones. If you get to my clear zones, whatever it does there will then tell me what I'm going to do next. But for now, I'm just still hopeful on what could possibly happen. Now for AUD CHF, let's see. I think CHFs, they're actually at a kind of a strong zone right now. If we look at it, so for a while now, it hasn't gotten to this point until since March 2020. That's when it actually got to this point last, and it has been rejecting, positively, thinking like maybe we're actually having more move to the upside. We broke through a structure here, but there's possibility we actually reject this zone. This was the first rejection a week. Now there's possibility this actually rejects and it just push to the upside, or we break through this low, create some more liquidity to the downside before any major move. Maybe a continuation to the downside possibly, but this is not, I don't think I really want to focus on CHF pairs for this week. Looking at this also, except for this card CHF that looks a little bit promising, look at the CHF also. It has actually having almost the same pattern, except that this one didn't actually break through it. It's actually is on an equal high, so probably have a up move also. But let me just show you what we have on the 4-hour time frame for this. On the 4-hour time frame, we have a fair value gap around here that is possible to actually come to retest. So yeah, there's a visibility that we might actually have some up move, but yeah, it's not something I want to really focus on. It's not something I want to really focus on. Yeah, GBP CHF is looking promising actually. Now looking at this, now we rejected this zone initially, we came down, we broke through this low, we even broke through this major low a little with its wick actually, but not with the body of the candle. That's something to actually be concerned of. If we go down to the 1-hour time frame, let's see, we have another blockade that was respected. Apart from that, we had this break of structure, and now we are retesting this zone that is actually marked on the lower time frame. So this is actually a good place for a short, but this week is looking like it has already come back to retest the zone, so we'll be looking forward to more moves to the downside. As of now, there is no entry. I'll be waiting more for a break of structure around here. If I see a break of structure here, then I will look forward to the pullback before taking the sell trade on this pair. So that's basically my view for this pair. Let's see for Euro CHF. So for Euro CHF, when you're trying to get the trend, just to let's see for Euro CHF. Now, price got here a very long time ago. So, but there was this zone was actually left here. I think it's been a while since I analyzed this pair. Let's see. Price got here, and just look at how sweet the retest was. It just touched it and it went to the upside immediately. So now, since we got here, we had this push up to the upside. We came here, we retest again, we pushed to the upside, so we started going up. We came back here to retest a zone around there. This also came here. There's a zone around there that was retested. This also came back here to retest this week here, and right now we didn't have a break of structure, because if you look at this is the bottom of the week, so it didn't break through. Let me delete this so we'll see clearly. Now this didn't break through, so there's a lot of possibilities here. It's either we actually break through it and come back to retest some zone or probably create some liquidity down here, or we actually push to the upside, a retest and a continuation to the upside. By that ways, let's just be watchful. I wouldn't really take anything right now until I see a proper break of structure. That's the only thing that would tell me to actually take a trade here. So let's see Euro AUD. Now for Euro AUD, we have been working on this zone for a while now. We marked another block around there, so we had this push to the upside. We broke through this small wicks here. If you go on the time frame, there's actually a lot of structures around there. There are actually a lot of structures around there. Now we broke through here, we broke through here. Now the other thing is we didn't get to this zone, but we almost got there. We didn't get to this zone, but we almost got there. So now the thing is, we have been moving here, and it looks like we actually broke through this place a little before the week closed. So there's possibility we continue to the upside. So but right now, I'm not actually having any buyers right now on this pair, because I actually love to see some clear patterns before taking my trade. So looking at this now, if I don't see any break of structure here, most likely this one even, if I see that break, that's when I can actually decide to wait for a pullback, then take a sell trade to this point here. And this one I'm taking a sell trade to this point here is because of the zones around there. Now ordinarily you would have said that this is the zone here, but let's look at the 15 minutes time frame. A lot of things happened on Friday during that NFP news. A lot of things happen on Friday during the NFP news, so I don't know. I would really love to be careful about the trades for this week. So yes, this is it. Now looking at this now, this I've actually retested this zone already, so we shouldn't be expecting moves to that side. But though there is a fair value gap here, but the only question is, when is it going to fill this fair value gap? Is it immediately? And there's possibility that this is even the next zone. Now this is even the next zone, so it might fill that fair value gap, touch this zone before continuing to the upside, or probably making a pullback and breaking major structures to begin a downtrend. But yeah, that's basically what I'm waiting for. I need a clear break of structure first. If not, I'm not interested in the pair for now. So GBP JPY. So for GBP JPY, it's also looking promising. Actually, it's looking promising. Now we have this other block that was tested here. It broke, came back here to retest. Now it broke impulsively. So this is zone I'm expecting market to get to, but this is looking like it's going to break through this low. By that ways, as I've said, patiently wait for the market. Let's see what it's doing. It might break through it, come back here to retest before going down, or probably even break through it, retest another block around there, then before going more to the downside. By that ways, I love seeing my zones met, a clear break of structure before entering a trade. But right now, this is not looking like what I really want to invest a lot in. So if it doesn't get here, I'm not interested. If there's no clear break and an impulsive move, then maybe I'm not interested in this pair for now. So Euro card. For Euro card also, I had the zone marked out here, I think on the daily time frame. Okay. Now this was the other block. Okay, let me just mark it out. Let's analyze this. Now this is the other block before. This is the sell before the buy move. If we look at this now, there was some sell momentum here, so which means there's probably a lot going on around there that before this actually. So we broke through this high a little bit with a wick, came back here to retest and push to the upside. So this is definitely the next zone I'm interested in, but the market didn't get there. Now since it didn't get there, it just went up, it broke through structure, it even broke through this structure. Now a lot has happened since then. It's currently in this zone right now. So whatever it does there will determine the next step in the market. So since we didn't add any push to the downside, I will look at this as a zone to just pay some attention to. There's possibility that we have a pullback here before a break to this zone here, because you see there's a major order block around here that actually broke through this place. So yeah, that's basically what we're looking for. But the lower time frames are what we actually determine our clear entries and the likes. And thank you guys for staying to the end. I hope you guys get one or two things. Open up your charts, fill in, try to put in those things, compare them with what you had before, and take a full advantage of the opportunities in the market for the week. And if you know this video is going to be helpful to people around you, you can as well share, let them come watch, let them see what we give out here, and learn one or two things from that. Hope to see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell icon so you get notified of my next video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys. Peace out.